Hey there. I've been working on my passion project and my new passion project. You see, I have a lot of passion projects. Usually they last maybe a week up to a month, but my new passion project is gathering all these stories from my life and writing them down. And one of these stories, as I was combing through the recesses of my mind, I just had to share right away. Just because I thought it was too good. It made me laugh like out loud as I was thinking about it, just because it's so terribly awkward and wonderful in its awkwardness that I just have to share it. You see, this goes back to when I was studying at the prestigious, can I say prestigious? I think I can. Prestigious University of BYU, Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah. And it was my very first semester there. So, this is first time living away from mom and dad, just graduated high school, going to go to college, get a diploma, you know, top of the world. That's where I was in life. I was top of the world. But I was also an extremely kind of shy kid. Still am. So, there you go. And what happened was I was taking a biology class, to get one of those science credits out of the way. It was incredibly easy for me. As part of the course, we had to do this weekly biology lab. So we would have to go to some building on campus and we'd have to extract a pigment out of a leaf, or do your classic DNA chromatography extraction, pushing the DNA molecules through the gel. And so that's what we had to do every week. But one week we had to do the lab at home because it would take a whole week to do it. So we had to do it at home. And what we were doing is we were studying cells. And so the game was we had to look at cells. And so one of the biggest cells, it's a chicken egg. So we had to get chicken eggs, put them in vinegar, dissolve the shell, so then we could really kind of see inside and describe the egg, and that was the lab. So we just had to put an egg in vinegar and let it sit on our counter for a week, and then take a picture of it. That was the hard part, because I went to school back in the Stone Age. I went to school, cell phones, people had cell phones. They were commonplace, but I didn't. I went to my very first apartment in college with a landline, corded phone. It wasn't even cordless. It had a cord. And so, when I would talk to people on campus, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, help meet up, text me." I was like, "No, you just gotta call me at my apartment. Hopefully I'm there." Anyway, so we're talking the Stone Age, and so if I had a corded phone for my apartment, I definitely didn't have a camera. And I needed a camera to take a picture of my dissolved egg so that I could get an A in my easy fall asleep biology class. I didn't have a camera. But there was a girl who I kind of had a little bit of a crush on. And she had a camera. And, I'm not the brightest person, but I thought to myself, this is a great opportunity. This is a blessing. This is a chance for me to talk to the girl, borrow her camera, take a picture of my dissolving egg, and, who knows, then the sparks would fly, and we would just be the greatest couple since sliced bread, So that was the vision in my mind. And if you know anything about me, you can see what's going to happen, whether or not I'm going to achieve that vision. So anyway, so that was the goal. Go to the girl, borrow her camera, take a picture of my dissolved egg, get an A in the class, become best friends with the girl, go on dates, do the whole thing. That was the plan. So I timidly went to her apartment, knocked on the door, and her roommate answered. She I've talked to these girls before, so they knew me. So her roommate answers. She smiles, and I say, "Hey, is blank? What should I call her? I'm gonna call her Sydney, because she may or may not have come from Australia." So anyway, Sydney. I was like, "Yeah, so is Sydney here? I want to talk to her." And she says, "Oh yeah, come in. I'll get her." So she goes and gets Sydney, and then Sydney comes. She smiles. She says, "Hey, what's up? What do you want to talk about?" And I say, "Sydney, I need to borrow your camera for a class project. I need to take a picture of an egg that I'm dissolving using advanced scientific techniques because I'm smart and I'm cool." I didn't say that last part, but I probably said something more along the lines of like, "Sydney, if it's okay, if I could borrow your camera for a school project, I need to take a picture." And she's like, okay, yeah, here, let me get the camera. So she got the camera, I got the camera, and obviously I had impressed her enough that she let me borrow her camera. And of course, any decent human would let a poor little shy freshman borrow their camera. But Sydney's awesome. Sydney is great. Anyway, so I get the camera, I dissolve the egg, and I'm not the best photographer. So in fact, here, let me see if I can recreate what this picture looked like. Here, just a second. Probably looked something like this. You see, because you had to have my face in the shot with the egg to show that I was the one who dissolved the egg. This egg's not dissolved, when you dissolve it, just gets this thin membrane. It's scoopy. Anyway, but you had to have your face in the picture. You had to have the egg to show that you did it and that the egg was dissolved. So I had this beautiful selfie shot, and it was blurry, it was dark, and it was probably like at a bad angle, so you're looking right up my nose, like that. Is that a great picture or what? Anyway, so I get this egg, and I take the picture, and this is the Stone Age, and so we weren't talking about like instant Google Photos uploads or anything. I had to get the camera, get the little memory card, get the little wire, connect it to my computer, do the whole shebang, bloop, computer line, beep, click, turn on the camera, turn on the computer, type in some codes to get the pictures from the camera. Complicated stuff here. And so I was scrambling, and again, remember, I'm thinking that me and Sydney, if this goes well, we could maybe go on a date or something. Of course, looking back, I'm realizing that I could have just asked her to go on a date. We were already friends. I didn't need to use this excuse of needing a camera to try to weasel in going on the date. Anyway. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, so I'm playing this camera, trying to get the cameras in. I'm also trying not to be a stalker because she has all of her pictures, from her first semester of college on the camera. So I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to be like creeping on her pictures. So I put it in, and there's like this text box, and it says something along the lines of, "When you download the pictures, do you want them to be automatically deleted from your camera?" I was like, well, yeah, I don't think Sydney wants to have my egg face picture. So yeah, so when I delete it, download it, delete it. Yeah, it's great, do it. Yeah, click, do it. Anyway, so picture gets downloaded. Egg picture is now on my computer. Unplug the camera, I turn it on and look, and all of her pictures are gone on the camera. The only picture that is left on the camera is my egg face picture. And I guess what happened was, whatever that text box did, it only saved the picture that was downloaded. Like it deleted all of the pictures and then it left the one, or maybe I can't remember, or maybe it deleted all the pictures and I just felt so bad that I had deleted all her pictures that I wanted her to have at least one picture. So I get my egg face picture that I originally wanted deleted. I'm like, well, you need to have a picture because I just wiped out your whole first semester of college. All those memories are gone forever. And so I put my terrible egg face picture back on her camera, so at least she had some picture. And maybe it was like some weird subconscious thing in my head, like, hey, I'm still there. I'm still cool. Look, I'm on your camera. I'm that horrible person who deleted all of your pictures, but I dissolved an egg. Anyway, so I put that picture back on the camera, and I feel terrible. I mean, I was nervous to ask her for the camera. I'm nervous to ask her to go on a date. And now I had just wiped out all of her college memories. And, because I'm a sensitive guy. I care. I knew that she would be hurt by this. I'm sensitive. So I'm pacing back and forth. I just don't know what to do. So I go and, the answer is I had to return the camera. So I go and I get the camera with my egg face picture on it, that terrible picture, and I go back, knock on her door, and she answers. She says, "Oh, hey, great! Thanks for the camera. How'd it go?" And I said, "Great. I got the picture that I needed. I feel really bad about this. I need to tell you. I need to be honest. I'm sorry, but I accidentally deleted all of the other pictures on your camera. The only picture that's left is the picture of for my school project." She's like, "Wait, well, how did you delete?" I said, it was when I was downloading them. It was, asked me something. I thought I was deleting the one picture, but then I deleted. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I said, I hope that there wasn't. I hope that you had them saved, or I hope there was. Did you have them saved? She's like, no. It's like, okay. I hope that there wasn't like a lot of pictures. And she's like, well, it was from my graduation up until now, so all the first semester parties, all new roommates and all the adventures, hikes, meeting people, all these life-changing experiences that I've been going on. It's like, oh, it's as bad as I thought. Yeah, I just said I'm just so sorry, and I could tell. She was sad. You could hear like the voice kind of crack. You could kind of see a little bit glistening in the eyes. Just she was sad. I felt bad, and so I said, well, thanks for the camera. I am so sorry. And then I left. And I never asked her on a date. Because how could you, after you go delete all of her pictures and do that? So I was just remembering that story, and just this image, just this terrible picture of me holding this egg, and just thinking that I had deleted all of her pictures, and now the only picture on her camera was me holding this egg like that. What do you do? That's life, right? You live, you move on. So that was the story I wanted to tell. As I'm going through this project, I might find more terrible stories in the darker recesses of my brain that I might have to share. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, that was fun. Thank you for humoring me. Goodbye.